welcome to Prudent's Prime News. Now look at the headlines. Core group of BJP decides against reshuffling of portfolios, process delayed over demand for TCP. Two senior ministers adamant. MGP MLAs meet CM, demand additional portfolios. Per capita loan in Goa to touch 83,000 mark by March. GDP debt ratio almost 50%. Centre's report on state public debt exposes state government. Watch Treasury Panchanama. No starred or unstarred questions in vernacular from any MLA in upcoming assembly session. Vishnu Vag too completely stays away. Not even files a single question. Mandovi may be casino-free by December 2015 if government enforces policy. Casino Caravella to be first to leave Mandovi in 2014. Casino Carnival to be last to depart. Heated Kolwa Gram Sabha adjourns over controversial playground issue. Police intervene. NGO slams Sarpanch as he shows vulgar signals to locals. And the dhoom of Navratri begins across the state with fervour. Prudent takes you on a grand Makhar Darshan ride. Now news in detail. Reshuffling of ministers' portfolio is still undecided. BJP core group is against it, fearing rise in discontent amongst BJP ministers. Meanwhile, MGP has decided to be in driver's seat. 3 MGP MLAs met CM and demanded additional portfolios for them and corporations for their workers. CM will meet the ministers again on Monday to sort out the issue.
Core group of the BJP has decided not to shuffle any portfolios to avoid any discontent within the cabinet before Lok Sabha election. Chief Minister has decided to allot additional portfolios to ministers on Monday, but demand for some crucial portfolios like TCP by some senior ministers has delayed the finalization of the portfolio minister list. Chief Minister is not ready to part with TCP until regional plan is prepared and enforced. At present, BJP leaders are busy pacifying and convincing 2 of the senior ministers to be happy with whatever CM has allotted. Both these ministers have decided not to meet CM unless they get any concrete assurance. Meanwhile, MGP MLAs met CM. They have discussed the portfolio allotment issue with CM. Sources say MGP has demanded corporations for their frontline Karyakartas. Chief Minister has called all the ministers for discussion on Monday. CM has asked each of the ministers to submit the names of any 2 portfolios of their choice. Chief Minister has assured to give at least 1 portfolio to the desiring ministers. But 2 of the senior ministers from Parrikar cabinet are not ready to buy this offer. It will be clear on Monday. But the Herculean task of portfolio allotment is still pending. Bureau Report, Prudent.
Per capita loan for Goinkars is expected to touch 83,000 rupee mark by March. The GDP debt ratio almost touches 50%. Report by Union Finance Ministry on state public debt has exposed the Goa government. There is sizable mismatch of 3,500 crores between the figures provided by the state and the union. Lack of fiscal discipline can create treasury crisis, a frequent affair for Goa. On the backdrop of upcoming assembly session, watch this Treasury Panchanama. The Union Finance Ministry's report shows public debt of Goa amounting to rupees 11,510 crore rupees. Goa government has shown fiscal deficit of 1,400 crores for current fiscal. Even if the state government borrows another 1,000 crores, the debt figures will touch 12,500 crore by coming March 14. That means 83,000 per capita loan for each Goikar. The Union Finance Ministry's report clearly shows 11,510 crore rupees. That includes 7,260 crore loan borrowed from various financial institutions, bonds and securities sold for various planned projects and schemes and the internal debt. And the loan for union government and public accounting amounting to 4,250 crores. Added to it an internal debt of 7,260 crores will make it a total public debt of 11,510 crores. Now have a look at the hide and seek of Goa government's budget. The figure of fiscal deficits in state budget and the ones in RBI's report never match. Prudent had exposed it in its budget Panchanama before. Now the Union Finance Ministry's report confirms this mismatch. State in its current budget has shown public debt of 7,967 crore till March 2013. Union Finance Ministry says 11,500 crores, difference of almost 3,500 crores. Now have a look why this mismatch. The money which government receives through GPF and similar funds in public accounts is spent for regular administrative expenditure but is not reflected as a loan. This public account fund has to be repaid with interest. Except 650 crore loan from the centre, Goa government has not shown the utilization of the public account as a loan. Now have a look at the GDP to debt ratio. The budget estimates GDP to be 26,000 crores in March 13. State's debt should not exceed 30% of GDP mark, or else it goes beyond the limit of state's paying capacity. The GDP, instead of growing, has dropped post-mining ban. Even if we consider a rise according to government's figure, by March 2014, the Goa government's debt is expected to touch 12,500 crores. Even if we consider a GDP of 28,000 crore by March 14, the GDP loan ratio touches 45% mark. That means 15% above repaying capacity of the state. It's clear that the exercise cannot hide the fiscal crisis anymore. As per the FRBM rules, fiscal deficit limit has to be at maximum of 5% for the GDP. The figures are curtailed artificially within these limits. Post-economic slowdown, Union government is now keeping track of state's public debts. Lack of fiscal discipline can create treasury crisis, a frequent affair for Goa. Bureau Report, Prudent. Though the business of Goa Assembly runs mostly in Konkani, there won't be a single starred or unstarred question raised in vernacular in this upcoming session. Not a single MLA has filed question in Konkani or Marathi for the upcoming Assembly session. Santandre MLA Vishnu Wagh, who is known for raising questions in vernacular, has also this time stayed away from it.
This is the 5th Assembly session of the BJP MGP-led coalition government. Legislators have filed a total of 1,088 questions before the Assembly for the upcoming 6-day session. Secretary N.B. Subedar informed that there are 442 starred and 646 unstarred questions. About 5 government bills and 1 private bill are submitted by the leader of opposition Pratap Singh Rane. Only 22 MLAs of 40 have raised questions.
चडशी क्वेश्चन Alex Regional, Atanse Monserrat, Jennifer Monserrat, Vijay Sardesai, Naresh Rawal, आणि रोहन खंवटे यांनी चड क्वेश्चनां जवळ सारकीच अशी चडशी विचारलेली आसा.
Surprisingly, this time there is not a single question by any MLA in Marathi and Konkani language.
मराठी कोंकणी एक फावट एकूय क्वेश्चन येवना. कित्या खातीर म्हाका दिसता आमचो ऑनरेबल मेंबर विष्णू वाघ तो चडशी मराठी कोंकणी दितालो. ह्या फावट तेणी एकूय क्वेश्चन विचारूंक ना. नाल्यार तेच्या हातींतसून तरी कोंकणी मराठी क्वेश्चनां येताली. ह्या फावट एकूय क्वेश्चन मराठी हितून ना, मराठी कोंकणी.
मराठी कोंकणी एकूय प्रश्न ना, कोणेच घालूंक ना.
मराठींतल्यान किंवा कोंकणींतल्यान प्रश्न फकत विष्णू वाघ विचारतालो. आतां विष्णू वाघ जर घालना जाल्यार बाकीचे कोण घालतले?
This assembly session will be partially paperless.
आमी ट्रायल बेजीस करता. फुडें 2-3 सेशनां येतलीं तेन्ना आमी टोटल पेपरलेस करतले. सद्या आमी एक्सपेरिमेंटल करता, पण दोनूय आसतले आमचे, पेपरलेस आनी वीथ पेपर. ट्रेनींग बी दिवचें पडटा आमदारांक बी. ते ट्रेनींग घेवपाचें आसा. थोडे आमदारांक दाखयलां, थोडे आमदार घेवपाचे आहा. म्हणजे थोडे ताका टायम लागतलो. थोड्या काळांतल्यान तें जातलें. हय, एसेंब्लीनूच आमी दितले ट्रेनींग. चालू आसा तो प्रोसेस.
After BJP MGP government came to power, the system of conducting assembly businesses in Konkani or Marathi language had begun. However, this assembly session will not have a single question in vernacular. Most shockingly, one of the most active MLAs, Vishnu Wagh, who usually file question in Marathi or Konkani, has not raised a single question, a reason for many to raise the eyebrows. Reporter Mahesh Ghadi with video journalist Chetan Gawas for Prudent.
Goa government's policy makes it amply clear that Mandovi River will be casino-free by December 2015. Casino Carnival will be the last vessel to leave Mandovi as its license expires on 24 December 2015. As per government's policy, casinos will have to move out far away from Mandovi Bank if it desires to continue its operation in Goa. The first casino to move out of Mandovi River will be Casino Caravella. Vessel's license expires in December 2014. Watch our report. Cabinet had approved policy related to casinos on 13th August. According to the policy, casinos will definitely have to move out of River Mandovi. The casino licenses which are getting over before 31st March 2014, which get an extension up to 2 years. Till then, the casinos will have to be prepared to move out of Mandovi River. And the casinos licenses which are getting over before 31st March 2014 will not get renewed. Now let's have a look at the fate of casinos in River Mandovi. Casino Caravella license expires on 2nd December 2014 and there is no renewal for Casino Caravella. Delton Royal license expiry 29 August 2013 with an extension to up to 29 August 2015. Casino Pride license expiry on 13 September 2013 and extension to up to 13 September 2015. Delton Jerk Casino Royal license expiry up to 24th October 2013 and extension up till 24th October 2015. Casino Carnival license expires on 4th December 2013 and extension up to 4th December 2015. Every year, government earns revenue of 6.5 crores through license fees on casinos. On 5 casinos, state exchequer receives 32 crore altogether. And besides this, there is entry fees, entertainment tax and other charges. How many casinos sustain and continue and how many of them wrap up their business will be clear, only time will tell. Senior reporter Laukik Shilkar with video journalist Chetan Gawas.